So one of the hardest lessons that I have had to learn is that sometimes we need to ask for help. And part of living the life that we want is that we have to do it in community. We cannot do it on our own. It's literally impossible. I really have come to believe that. And so, even this partnership, I was just reflecting. We've just finished this whole day of filming a bunch of amazing videos for you. And I have done a day of filming like this before on my own many times where I've had to record all the videos. But in partnership, we each did it. We each took turns, and all of a sudden the day was so much easier and lighter. That's just such a practical example of how being in it with other people matters. And so the story that I'll tell you guys is that, about, I want to say, 5 years ago, in 2011, 2012, I was stuck to the point of, my own fear was that I would never get unstuck. I was broke. I wasn't healthy. I had just come out of a ridiculously bad relationship. I was looking at my life, really all pieces of my life, and thinking, I have made bad choices across the board. Choices that feel out of alignment with even the human being that I am. I couldn't recognize my life. It didn't make sense to me. It didn't align with who I know that I am deep down. But I did it. I created that. I did make those choices, and I was so embarrassed and I was so ashamed of the choices that I had made. And, my go-to is shame and guilt. If I see something that's wrong, I don't blame anyone else. I blame myself, but I blame myself to the point where I shut myself down. And so I was swimming in my own shame, my own guilt, my own stuckness, my own embarrassment, and really didn't think I could get out. I really didn't see a path out of it. And I remember describing the emotion of that moment as like knowing what I needed to do in my head, but feeling like I was living in molasses. Like I couldn't do the things that I knew intellectually I needed to do. And finally I broke down. I was so disheartened and I was so exhausted that I called a couple people and I just said, I don't even know what I'm asking for. I don't even know what I'm talking about, but I think I need help. I don't know what that means. And so one of my mentors, Dr. Henry Cloud, who will always give so much credit for this moment, said, fly to LA, we'll spend a day together. And so I used my, last little money and I flew to LA and I spent the day with him. And we talked about all these emotions that I was feeling, the shame, the guilt, the embarrassment, the like, I can't figure it out. Like, I think I'm smart, but I'm an idiot. Like, I don't know what's going on. And he just said to me, Carissa, sometimes you just need to borrow other people's strength. Sometimes you are in a moment in life where you don't have the muscle strength for the situation that you're in. And so your job is not to beat yourself up further. Your job is to just borrow someone else's strength, to find someone who has that strength that they can offer and borrow it. And that was such a, literally one sentence, an entire day together, but so profound. And I feel like TAP is literally all of our desire to create this place where you can borrow other people's strength and to give you an outlet when you are feeling high or low, right? And hopefully don't wait till you're as low as I was before you reach out for help. But to normalize that we need structure, we need support, we need community, we need coaches, we need advisors, we need help, and that it's not a sign of failure or weakness, but rather it's this beautiful, bold, vulnerable moment where you step into what you need and you get it.
Yeah, we actually are hearing you talk, it's reminding me we're remnants of a tribal society.
Yeah.
And we've completely lost that in our culture, like completely. We used to have mentors and apprentice and different things, and the tribe was there to raise the kids, and you had so much support. And now, especially with more screen time, I sound like a babysitter, but being behind the screens and work, and it's just we're more and more isolated, and that just means we need to get more and more support.
Yeah, and be really intentional about it. Be on purpose about building that structure.
Which is the gift now, right?
Yeah.
We can decide what we want support around, what we need support around, and what we can go fly with ourselves.
And community is just so important. We've witnessed the miracle of community throughout our soul camps, just what happens when people share strength and rely on each other. We've seen what happens in programs like Weight Watchers and programs like Alcoholics Anonymous and programs like TAP, when you have a community around you. And even right now, I'm 8 months pregnant, and I am so lucky that I have amazing moms and other pregnant women who I call every single day, help me, help me, help me, help me. You cannot do this alone, and at TAP you do not have to. So you can definitely borrow our strength, your coach's strength, your community in TAP strength, your manager's strength, all of our strength as you complete these goals.